In summary, from experience, life safety means that it is necessary to consider every situation that can cause injuries or death as a consequence of an adverse event, like an earthquake, a flood, a fire, wind, or another accident, both inside the building and outside the building. We have seen that there are 5 main safety issues to consider in order to assess the life safety. It is necessary to assess the life safety considering the location or the site where the school is located. So it is necessary to understand the presence, for example, of site effects that could amplify the seismic ground motion, the presence of landslides, of tsunami or flooded area, and so on. The situation of the structure at global level, that means the global behavior of all the structure, and at local level, the response of structural elements in some parts of the structure. Then it is necessary to assess the non-structural elements, that is mainly the content, but also non-load-bearing walls. So it is necessary to understand that also the fall of elements or overturn of non-structural elements could cause death or injuries in the school, and the functionality aspects. So the possibility to have functional escape ways also after an event, the presence of emergency systems that, for example, warn of the arrival of an event in case of flood, air hazards, the comfort of a school, because, for example, if you have a non-ventilated school building, there you could have problems for children. So these are the main 5 safety issues that we have identified in the VISUS methodology. And they underlined that the safety assessment is a multidimensional problem, and multi-hazard safety assessment is a multidimensional problem that requires also an interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary approach. So, considering that we have a multidimensional problem, a single number or an indicator is not sufficient for an exhaustive safety characterization of the problem and to allow decision makers to define the prioritization according to their own criteria. VISUS uses different indicators in order to represent the outcomes concerning the safety situation for the school. First of all, there is the graphical representation through the rows of warning needles, also called rows of intervention needs. The rows is this, you can see my pointer, and it's a circle divided in 5 parts that correspond to the 5 safety issues previously identified and that I showed you previously. So the site, the global structure, the local structure, the non-structural problems, and the functionality aspects. These rows represent through a needle the presence of safety warnings in correspondence of each safety issue. So, if there is no needle, it means that there is no warning. It's level 0, no actions are needed, and there is the absence of elements of concern for the safety of people in the facility. When the needle has a middle length, like this in the global structural area, it's a level 1 of warning. That means that an action is needed to avoid the difficult situations for people's safety. So, in this case, the safety warnings reveal the presence of potential difficult situations for people's safety. When the needle is a long needle, that means a level 2 of warning, this means that an action is required in order to avoid heavy consequences like death or injuries for people's safety in the school, in the learning facility. Another way to represent these levels of warning is through this symbol. It's like a Wi-Fi antenna, and that goes from 0, that is green, level 1 is orange, and the level 2, so heavy consequences, is red. Another indicator adopted by the business methodology to summarize the safety situation is the Visus Safety Star. The Visus Safety Star expresses a global judgment on school facility safety in terms of performance. So the judgment is, the stars are assigned when specific performance criteria are achieved by the scenario we are analyzing. So stars are progressively assigned to the element we are analyzing, to the learning facility we are analyzing. This means that you don't assign stars when, so 0 stars, when the site is unsuitable for as a location for a school. So that means that you have level 2 of concern for the site. The first star is assigned when the site is suitable as a site for a school. The second star is then assigned when there is the stability of the building, so there are no level 2 of warnings concerning the structural global safety issue for the school. This means, considering the performance, that if you have 2 stars, the building should not collapse under the assessed event. The third star is life safeguard. That means that you have no level 2 of concern for all issues. Level 2 of concerns regards the presence of potential problems causing death or injuries. So, if in the safety rows you have no level 2 needles, it means that you achieved the life safeguard performance level, that are the 3 stars. The fourth star is assigned when the performance level is the rapid resume of operations. That means that after an event, it is possible to have small operations on the structure in order to go back to the school. So, in a technical approach, this means that there are no level 1 of concern for structural, global, and local safety issues. So the structure is good. Finally, there is the 5th star that is assigned if the performance judgment is immediately operational. That means that when you have a star with no needles, you have no concern for all issues. At this point, the school is immediately operational, so there are no evidences of problems in case of an event.